I am 94 years old. People call me one of the greatest investors of all time. I am worth $130 billion, but I still live in the same house I bought decades ago. I still eat fast food for breakfast every morning. I still drive my old car. Why? Because money does not bring happiness. Patience does. Today I will tell you my story, a story about a young boy who made one big mistake. That mistake taught him everything. It made him rich, it made him wise, and it can change your life too. Chapter 1. The Newspaper Boy. I was born in 1930 in the American Midwest. My father was a stockbroker, but we were not rich. My father lost almost everything during the Great Depression. I remember watching him worry about money every day. That fear never left me. When I was 7 years old, I read a book. The title was 1,000 Ways to Make $1,000. I read it many times. I memorized every page. Other kids played games. I counted money. Other kids watched cartoons. I read business books. I was different. At age 13, I started delivering newspapers. Every morning before school, every evening after school. Rain or sun, I delivered papers. I saved every dollar. I never spent anything. My friends bought toys and candy. I saved. I had a goal. I wanted to buy stocks. I wanted to make money grow. By age 11, I had saved $120. That was a lot of money in 1942. One day, my father took me to the stock exchange. I watched the numbers on the board, going up, going down, up, down. I was fascinated. I saw patterns. I saw opportunities. I felt something strong inside me. I whispered to myself, "This is my future." Chapter 2. The Big Mistake. March 1942. I was 11 years old. I decided to buy my first stock, a utility company. The price was $38 per share. I bought 3 shares. My sister bought 3 shares too. We spent $228 total. All our money, everything we saved. I felt excited. I felt scared. I felt grown up. The next week, something terrible happened. The stock price started falling. $38, $35, $32, $30, then $27. I could not sleep. I made a terrible mistake. My sister was crying. We lost everything. I felt sick. I felt stupid. I thought about my mistake every day, every night. Weeks passed slowly. The stock started rising again, slowly. $27, $30, $35, $38, then $40. I was so happy. I told my sister, "Sell! Sell now!" We sold at $40. We made a small profit, $5. I felt relieved. I thought I was smart. But then I watched the stock price. $40, $50, $60, $75, $100, $150, $200. My heart broke. I sold too early. I made only $5. I could have made $500. That night, I sat alone in my room. I was crying. I felt terrible. But then something changed inside me. I made a promise to myself. Never sell a great company too early. Never panic. Be patient. Wait. This lesson changed my life forever. Years passed. I worked hard. I studied business. I read every book about investing. Then, in 1951, something amazing happened. I was 20 years old. I found a book called The Intelligent Investor. It was written by a legendary professor. I read the book 17 times. It changed how I saw money. The book taught something simple.
Buy good companies when they are cheap. Hold them forever. Be patient. I traveled to New York. I went to a prestigious university. I wanted to study under the professor. I sat in his classroom. I listened to every word. One day, he said something I never forgot. Price is what you pay. Value is what you get. Never confuse them. After class, I went to him. I was nervous. Professor, I want to work for you, for free. I don't need money. I just want to learn. He looked at me. He saw something in my eyes. Hunger, determination. All right, he said, you start Monday. I worked for him for 2 years. I learned everything. How to find cheap stocks, how to calculate value, how to ignore emotions, how to be patient. Then one day he told me, you're ready. Go build something. I returned to my hometown. I had $174,000 from family and friends. I started my own investment company. I was 25 years old. My journey had truly begun. Chapter 4. The Crisis Test. Years passed. My company grew. I made good investments. I never had a losing year. People started calling me an oracle. They said I could see the future. But I just followed simple rules. Buy cheap, hold long, be patient. Then 2008 came, September. The world was ending. Banks were failing. The stock market crashed. People were losing homes, losing jobs, losing everything. Fear was everywhere. Everyone was selling stocks. Panic, chaos, terror. I was 78 years old. I sat in my office. I looked at the numbers. Everything was falling. My phone rang. It was my assistant. Sir, what should we do? Should we sell? I smiled. No, I said. We buy. She was shocked. Buy? But everyone is selling. I said 5 words. Be greedy when others fear. I called major banks. They were desperate, dying. I want to invest billions of dollars right now. There was silence on the phone. Sir, they said, the world is collapsing. Are you sure? I was very sure. I invested billions into major financial institutions, into blue-chip companies, into the dying market. People thought I was crazy. Newspapers said I was finished. He's lost his mind. He's too old. This is the end. I stayed calm. I waited. I believed. 3 years passed. The market recovered, slowly, then faster. Stock prices rose, then doubled, then tripled. My billions became tens of billions, massive profits in just 3 years. I did not panic. I was patient. I trusted my rules, and I won.
Today, I am 94 years old. I have learned many lessons. I want to share 5 secrets with you. These secrets made me $130 billion. But more importantly, they gave me peace. Secret 1. Patience is magic. I made 99% of my money after age 50, not before, after. Why? Because money grows slowly, like a tree. You plant a seed, you water it, you wait. Years pass, then one day the tree is huge. Compound interest works the same way. Small money becomes big money, but only if you wait. Patience is the secret. Secret 2. Buy what you understand. I never bought technology stocks. Why? Because I don't understand them. I buy beverage companies. Why? Because I understand happiness. People will always want happiness. I buy candy companies. Why? Because I understand love. People will always buy gifts for loved ones. Never invest in things you don't understand. Confusion creates mistakes. Understanding creates wealth. Secret 3.
Be fearful when others are greedy. When everyone is buying, prices are high. Be careful. When everyone is selling, prices are low. Be greedy. The best time to buy is when people are scared. The worst time to buy is when people are excited. Go against the crowd. That's how you win. Secret 4. Time beats timing. People ask me, when is the best time to buy stocks? I always say, yesterday. Don't try to time the market. Just buy good companies and hold them forever. My favorite holding period is forever. Time in the market is better than timing the market. Secret 5. Live below your means. I am worth $130 billion, but I live in the same house. I bought it decades ago for a modest price. I could buy any house in the world, but I don't need it. I eat fast food every morning. I could eat at fancy restaurants, but I don't want to. Happiness does not come from spending money. Happiness comes from doing what you love. I love my work. I love my life. I go to work excited every day. That's real wealth. People often ask me, "What's your secret? How did you become so rich?" The answer is simple. I made one big mistake when I was 11. I sold my stock too early. I was impatient. That mistake hurt, but it taught me patience, and patience made me billions. Today, I want you to remember something. Wealth is not about being smart. Wealth is not about being lucky. Wealth is about being patient. Anyone can be patient. You can be patient. Start small. Save money. Buy good companies. Wait. Don't sell when prices fall. Don't panic when others panic. Just wait. Time will make you rich, but more than that, patience will make you happy. Peace comes from patience, not from money. I am giving away 99% of my wealth. Why? Because I already have everything I need. A simple life, good friends, meaningful work, inner peace. That's true wealth. So here is my final message to you. Plant your tree today. Water it with patience, and one day you will sit in its shade. Thank you for listening to my story. Now go, build your own. Remember, be patient, be wise, be peaceful.